Please welcome to the stage very unfamiliar faces, Benedict from Speight and Cohen! Every time, it's getting nerve-wracking. It's getting worse and worse. It is moments until I end up in the hospital.
I mean, it really is. It's like it's a Russian roulette. You jumping off that thing.
My legs are deciding if they're injured right now. They can't make it.
I'll decide for them.
They are, yes.
It's your Achilles I worry about.
I'm also worried about that Achilles.
Yeah.
I mean, I was stretching backstage the whole time. Borja was doing 1, 2, 3, 4 strings. That was like 30 minutes, so I'm stretched out.
Yeah.
My Achilles is nervous.
Yeah.
It's not sure.
You got the extended remix, the 12-inch, 4 strings.
That's pretty dope. Can we make some noise for Rob Rich and the band? Yeah, you go to some other convention, you're not going to get an intro like that. You're not going to get a rock solid, airtight, rehearsed, polished, bass performance
By someone who has nothing to do with the show.
Exactly. You might have an actor do something, but who gives a shit? I'm talking about non-actor. This is a rare treat. We don't get to do the Rob, Rich, and Matt thing.
Old school. Vintage.
Yeah.
We used to do this all the time. They call us R2M, they call us back in the day.
Back when people used letters.
Back when people used letters.
And now, we're just 3 guys.
Now that everyone's with Chip, they just call us, Rob, Rich, and Matt. That doesn't have a ring to it.
Hey, by the way, Matt. Hey, Rich. Today was your first ever workout with Matt. In parentheses, everybody in the green room hates Matt. Yes. It's working out. Yes, if you guys don't know, I now host something called The Balancing Act. It's kind of a talk that I give about mental and physical health. It's going to be on Saturday mornings. I'm going to annoy the shit out of you.
You will.
But I'm going to give you some quality advice that has helped my mental and physical balance. And I'm trying to build. This is what my boxing trainer says. This. I've known this guy for a long time. He's from Brooklyn. He's like 65 years old. He goes, "Listen, kid, you got to be the hero on your own block." And I think this is valuable advice, right? Because if we can invest in each other, we can build the community around us, our brothers, our neighbors, the people that we interact with every day, gradually everybody's going to get better, everybody's going to feel better, everybody's going to do better. So, sign up for my class and let me yell at you Saturday mornings at 8:30, and we'll do some push-ups together, possibly. Yeah, is there some physical component to it? No, absolutely not. Just me sweating and trying to put a monologue together for 35 minutes. It's an interesting programming choice. It's great. Matt's a very inspirational guy as our buddy. He's one of the guys we all turn to for inspiration. I think it's great the creation is doing this. It's super fun. I think it's weird that right after you're getting healthy with Matt, they scheduled the Get Shitty with Robin Rich. We tell them how to make bad decisions. That is also part of the talk. I go, listen, if you could get like a small win in the morning, right? Don't wake up and eat the donut, then you can drink whiskey. Then you can go see Robin Rich.
I just call beer in the morning.
Small wins. We're not looking to change our lives completely, just a little bit.
I want to take your class.
I would love to have you. All jokes aside, I'm extremely passionate about feeling good, mental and physical balance, and they don't have to come in order, right? It can come one way or the other, but it's important to feel good because you're going to do good, you're going to be better for your friends, families, your loved ones, people around you. Yeah, if you guys don't follow Matt's Instagram, I do, and it's very inspirational stuff. I don't get in an ice bath every morning, but I watch Matt get in an ice bath every morning.
I was going to say, are you shirtless?
When I see Matt shirtless, I put on a jacket.
No, I'm saying, if I take your class, I want to know, am I seeing skin or what are we doing?
This morning was in a tank top because I was sweating. Because pickup situation in the morning.
Yeah.
But I considered doing it shirtless just to sell some more tickets.
Yeah.
So
You gotta sell out.
maybe I'll be shirtless in, where are we next? Ohio? San Francisco, I'll be shirtless if it's a sold out room.
There you go.
You heard it here, folks.
Well, you just sold 2 tickets to these old timers. And we didn't even get a discount. That's awesome. Well, let's go. Dude, I love your ad, Matt. It's a great way to start the Saturday. You can go see Matt and apologize for everything you did at karaoke internally.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself for the Saturday. Now we might. This is called Q&A. We have one Q. So we're gonna make it a 45-minute A.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
All right, cue it up,
Because
ladies.
there's actually no cue.
No Q for the Q.
Hi guys.
Hi.
How you doing this morning?
We're doing great.
So my
Hold on, don't cut the conversation short. You're our only person.
I've got a cue. More cues.
Okay.
A cue with more
Yeah, but you know what that is? It's called a mercy cue.
First cue.
Yeah, but they're like, nobody's asking the dude questions. Line up quick. What are you gonna ask him? I don't fucking know. I'll figure it out when I get in the microphone. Do you collect pants? There's no fucking dude.
Sympathy questions.
Exactly. But we'll continue, as you were saying.
I got one left too much.
That's right. Note that. Note it.
Alright. My question is, if you could verse any supernatural character in a wrestling match, who would it be and why?
If I could do what?
Verse any
I
supernatural.
could wrestle anybody. I would wrestle Abaddon to lose.
He's such a dirty young man.
Hey, I'm an honest, dirty old man.
Do you want me to go next?
All right.
I would wrestle Sam and Dean because I know you guys would write that fan fiction.
Foul and dirty young man. Rob, right? So dirty.
No, he's pretty clean. I would wrestle myself because it's the only person I think I can beat.
Nobody beats himself quite like Rob Reynolds. Nobody. Okay, we get it? By himself, is to beat the living shit out of himself.
That's what we do.
Teach
That's our
himself a
comedy.
lesson in money.
That's our comedy for you, folks. I say an honest answer.
I'll
I
show-
think it's pretty witty. And then Rich demolishes it,
I'll show me who's boss.
turns it into a turd.
Are you looking at me?
I thought I gave you a pretty good answer. I felt pretty good about it.
Damn right you did.
Now I'm regretting all my choices.
Hold on, just the visual of God on Supernatural looking in the mirror.
Here, you talking to me?
Exactly. You can see it.
Dare me to take my shirt off. Oh, you did you? Okay. Shit's getting real.
Yeah.
You can't write this stuff. Like Rob's reaction, a lot of people, they hear the podcast, they're like, how do you and Rich do it? Actually, they say, how do you and Rob do it? Because I'm Rich. But like, Rob's trying to his effortless, pained responses to my comments. It's, you can't major in that.
No. You just go to therapy.
There's no PhD in nailing it in the comedy world. He just has it. That's the it factor. You want to bug the it factor? Oh, God, yeah, Robbie. See?
Oh, man. Yeah. No, cool.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you for your question. I'll still stick with my answer.
Oh, yeah, that's hot. Talk about fan fiction.
Beating myself off. I mean,
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so glad you're all here on stage together, so I can ask a question about my favorite show, NJcon.
All right.
I have a burning question from, I think it's episode 2, is something Matt's character says.
Okay.
In a photo op with a fan, you offer 3 poses: school dance, totem pole, and shiver me timbers. What is shiver me timbers, and please demonstrate.
We honestly we can't show it anymore because of the cancellation policy that's right across the nation.
I started a new cancellation policy. It's called Cancel the Cancelers. So I will show you Shiver Me Timbers. Wait, what were the other 2?
Totem pole and school dance.
Wasn't this good? That's
it's
good.
funny. It's just funny. I forgot about
I
that.
forgot about that. That's funny. We should find those writers. They were good.
I feel like
shiver me timbers.
Definition of shiver me timbers, and I apologize, ladies, if you don't know this experience, but when a man holds his pee in for a long time,
Go on.
and you finally get to that porcelain shiny urinal that smells like some sort of urinal cake that could be food or candy or processed gluten or something, and you sit there and that pee releases from your body and you go,
Shiver me timbers, everybody.
that's shiver me timbers.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to all the kids in the house. Thank you for being here for parents. That's a great answer, by the way. That is, there you go. Even I learned something.
Well, I am here for the children.
What is the thing that Matt says when he comes off stage and he's at a panel and he's like, no, suck it, boys. Remember he's
Talk about push-ups or
yeah, his nail like push-ups.
push-up paradise.
Yeah. Suck it.
You did the talent show?
It's literally my favorite character I've ever got to play. It's just being the complete asshole version of myself that these guys see me as. That is NJcon has got a place in my heart, fellas. I
same
really
here.
hope there's more in our future at some point.
Yeah, but occasionally I'll show my sons a little bit of it, like it still holds up.
Yeah.
It's super funny.
Yeah.
Aside from our very wide lapels and bell bottoms.
Really?
Our giant cell phones.
Yeah.
I just love the visual of like the butt rubbing down the face.
Yeah.
So was this episode 1?
That's episode 1, yeah.
Oh man, if you guys haven't seen this, find it, see it.
It's available on Amazon Prime.
There you go.
NJcon, everybody. It's a
NJcon.
little series that Rich and I made about the convention world. It's funny.
Starring Matthew Cohen,
Matt Cohen,
Sue,
Kim Rhodes,
Tim Rose, sounds like a character.
Kurt Fuller,
Gil McKinney,
Gil McKinney,
Michael Cutlets,
Michael Cutlets, Ozzy Chow,
Mandy Musgrave.
Mandy
Musgrave.
Musgrave, Matt's wife.
My wife, she's in the big kissing scene.
We had a lot of kissing in that scene, I
A
recall.
scene I wrote myself.
And then I had a very firm grasp of casting. You had
Yeah,
an
and for
idea
what,
behind
for
it.
what it's worth, you could write a kissing scene a lot of ways, but it's best to write it with one of your best friends in the world,
Yeah.
2 feet away
Yeah.
from you making out with my wife,
Yeah.
and me acting like it doesn't affect me
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
And me shooting the scene, you going, okay, we got it. You going, no, I need one more. Sorry, guys. I think I blinked.
I didn't have
I think,
it.
Rob, your eyes were closed. Like, I think I should have blinked.
I didn't.
I just need to go again.
No, no,
Let's
no.
roll. You know, I'm going to do 3 in a row, guys. We're going to do 3 in a row. I'm
But
gonna
this
do
time I'm not going to stop kissing her.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep going 3 in a row. I'm going to count slow 3. No, didn't happen. Maybe 2 takes.
Well, kind of did, a little bit.
I've never seen somebody kiss so passionately in rehearsal.
No,
I
I didn't kiss her.
we're over there like we're just rinsing the camera onto the tripod, and I hear, "Are you sure?" And Mandy went, really around the cat.
No, that didn't happen.
Sometimes when we
Gaffer's
get
raising the light up. They're not looking at you.
No. Sad news in Hollywood today. Actor Rob Benedict canceled for a story his buddy told on stage that isn't true.
Did you go back to a reporter?
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Sad news today. My friend Rob Benedict canceled by me.
On the lighter side, Red Lobster's closing. I know, we just found out this morning, I just found out this morning that Red Lobster's closing, and I found out it's because stoners went to town on the all-you-can-eat shrimp and brought them down financially.
First of all, I don't appreciate stoner. I'm just a person who likes to smoke pot.
And eat your weight in shrimp.
I need my baby shrimp. But yeah,
What a tragic loss.
it was a big tragic loss.
I mean, there's a lot, the Red Lobster next door to here. Go to Red Lobster for dinner, everybody.
Yeah.
And don't be joking. Please don't be high and eat all the shrimp. Just order something else, like a civilized person.
Like butter. Just drink the butter.
Get a shot of butter.
I would just, if there was an opportunity to dose Richard with an edible and take him to Red Lobster so he couldn't stop eating the shrimp and understand what the rest of us appreciate so much.
Wait a minute. You don't have to be high to make yourself sick on the shrimp. I used to go get the popcorn shrimp, and I would get basket after basket of that.
Well, you're just a disgusting human being.
Yeah.
We have an excuse.
Yeah. You guys are stoners, and I'm a redneck.
No.
And neither of us have table manners.
I I was a redneck too. We had it all growing up. That was a fancy dinner.
Oh yeah, that's where we went for like celebrating a good grade with Red Lobster.
Yeah.
I never went. I never got good grades, but I'd watch as the smart kids went in.
All right, let's take another question.
Oh, sure.
Hi.
Hi.
Rob, I want to congratulate you on the baby.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And who has been your worst or funniest house guest you've had?
Like overnight?
Yes, or who stayed at your house?
Somebody stayed at our house. Best or worst? Best or worst or just worst?
Funniest or funniest?
Or funniest? She's asking all of us.
Oh.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, I was thinking. No, I was thinking like, oh no, I think like you stayed at my house, it was funny.
You have a weird way of thinking.
I was staring up there. Yeah, no, I panicked.
Oh, bitch. You okay, Rick?
Red Lobster, everybody.
Wow, the weirdest house guest or funniest house guest. Does Ruth count? She's pretty funny.
Oh, I got
But
one.
she's not a house guest, she lives in.
I recently had Adam Fergus stay at my house when I was out of town. And by my front door, I have a mat, but my front door is kind of low to the ground, and the floor mat's a little too thick, so when you open the door, it's kind of like a pain in the ass, and it like wrinkles up the floor mat. And then I got a ring camera. So every time Fergus would open the door and fucking get, like, fixing the mat like this as he's closing the door, he'd go like this down to my ring camera and be like, get a new fucking mat, Matt.
Okay.
Every day he was there. He was there for 7 days. It's him and his 2 little babies. And he's like this. And he's dropping F-bombs about my mat. Pretty good.
That's amazing. Oh, well then, you on those...
It was Pizza Collins stayed in my house.
Yeah.
When I wasn't there, he stayed in my house while we were out of town. And that mofo posted a lot of pictures of him in my clothes.
Yeah.
We were not great fits, by the way. And then he did a podcast in my closet.
We interviewed him as he was staying in Richard's house on our podcast, and he gets us about the place is a mess.
Yeah, he destroyed the kitchen.
And he's wearing
On purpose.
He's wearing one of Richard's shirts.
And there's like literally, he had his kid come in, and then there's chaos all over. All over. The surfboard is in the sink, and it's just so weird. So there's that.
Yeah.
They went there for it. And Robert?
I mean, I'm trying to think. The closest thing I can think is that my friend Hank, who's a friend of the podcast.
Friend of the podcast, Hank.
He's a real character, and he once cat sit for me when I had a cat. And I said, thank you so much. He said, yeah, I almost shit in the cat box, but my daughter told me it was a bad idea. I was like, well, what? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I'm having fun if you come home. There was like a human-sized turd in the cat box. That would have been really funny. And my daughter begged me not to do it. And I was like, thank God for your daughter.
You know, while we're on the subject of Hank, the contact photo in my phone of Hank is Hank with his pants down, faking like he's taking a dump on my no pooping iron poop dog. Which Hank decided it would be funny to actually torment my wife, to act like he's pooping on the iron poop dog and says, no, it's like trying to disturb people pooping in her yard. And Hank got, you're all new, I'll kind of half-drop trowel, and I'll get my photo. Doing that, his wife Pam, who's a saint, took the photo. True story, a car full of children and their parents drove by, stopped and rolled down the window and said, sir, are you okay? I don't think with concern for his health, but like, do we need to dial 911? And he's like, nope, I'm good.
That was really, really funny.
But thankfully, their timing may have stopped an actual pooping on the poop dog.
Well, that reminds me of the Kings of Con timing when we shot the pilot where you ripped my robe off and I'm butt naked, shooting it at my private front yard, just as a carload of tourists drive by. Because I lived not far from like
Homes of the Stars.
a good views of like the Hollywood sign or whatever.
They got to see Hollywood Stars and one moon.
Yeah. True story.
That was another scene you insisted on practicing over and over and over again. And you were like, hey, when you rip my robe off, I'm going to pull out this picture of Benedict.
You're a bad person. not nice.
Surprising no one. All right, over here, yo.
Hello.
Hey.
My name is Julia. Nice to see you.
Hi, Julia.
My question is music related because we all have favorite music. But what is the songs that you always like skip away, you don't want to listen to it anymore?
Song you're sick of, fellas. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. And I love Christmas music, but I can't. That's a bit too far.
Wow.
Has anybody seen Trolls Band Together, the latest Trolls movie? It's great. The music's fantastic. My kid's been singing the soundtrack every day since the movie came out. What is it, NSYNC that's in the movie? I fucking hate them. I just can't. With Justin Timberlake and his silky smooth voice and the rest of the guys, and Anna Kendrick belting out all her pitch perfect moments. I just fucking can't anymore. I just can't. I skip it. I told Alexa, if she plays that shit again, that's just one dead ass robot. And she gets it and she goes, why are you so hostile today? And I go, hostile every day. I don't like this music anymore.
Did she really say that or no?
No.
That'd be awesome.
Dude, I was wondering the same thing. If Alexa had that.
Hey,
Let's just all
let's
take a breath.
Yeah.
My kid has like a kid's Alexa, and so it's like kids programmed in like his like schoolroom, and it will say, just calm down.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
And it'll
weird.
be like him and I wrestling, and I'll be like, oh, like making sound effects, and it'll just come on and just go, just calm down. And immediately I'm enraged. Immediately, when the little baseball-sized speakers start to tell me to calm down, who the are you to start talking to me? I didn't even say Alexa. It just will come on.
Note to self, don't dress like a baseball speaker and tell Matt to calm down.
Yeah.
Great life advice.
I'm trying to think if there's a song that I know there are, but I can't think. All I can think is the one that Rich used to sing at the conventions that drove everyone mad.
1-877 cars from you.
I know. I almost didn't say it because I was.
AKRS cars from you.
Yeah. I almost didn't say
1-877 cars from you.
That was not
Donate your car for that.
Yeah. So sorry.
How did that go?
I don't remember. But I remember I hated it.
1-877 cars from you.
I'm sorry. I had to. That's the only one I could think of. How do you change the?
1-877 cars from you. Donate your car today. One more time.
Yeah, that
That's
one.
now my most hated song.
Ralph, we're finally unified.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Right there.
Hey, my name's Fred. It's my first convention.
Welcome.
Welcome. I was going to greet you with good morning, gentlemen, but now that I've seen you for a minute, hey guys.
Who put a nickel in Fred?
Matt, when you're doing that, what you call the sugary dippers, how do you keep aim? That's a great question.
It doesn't always go well, but it's not
Nobody's
about,
standing right next to you.
it's not how much urine goes in the urinal. It's about how much shivering is in my timbers.
My question is actually for Rob. As Chuck, your interaction with Amara was very convincing. Did you base that off of any like actual older sister or female figure in your life? That maybe pushed your buttons a little?
There's a little bit of that. I mean, I'm the youngest of 4 kids, so I've got 2 older sisters, 1 older brother, and yeah, a little bit was that sort of the not competitiveness, but that you know, there's a fighting with siblings that only exists with siblings, and I definitely drew from that. Also, I just really got on well with Emily, and when you get on well with another actor, it's really easy to get into a groove with them, even if you're adversaries in the scene. So that made it really fun to play with her in those scenes. I think she's just terrific and became a good friend. And anyway, so that made it easy. But yeah, that drew a little bit off of that. You know, what's funny is Rich likes to tell this story. The first convention that Emily went to, we were at karaoke, and I was like, I want to introduce the stage now, my sister. And she comes out, and she had her hair dyed blonde for her role, so you really couldn't recognize her. And she comes up to me, and we like give each other this big, sexy hug. And Rich was like, well, everyone thought that was your actual sister.
There were several, but not all of the storyline had aired yet. And there were several people in the audience like, is that Rob's little sister? I was like, oh,
God, I hope not.
I hope. And I may be wrong, but weren't you dressed as Khaleesi?
I think so.
Yeah. I recall it being a really aggressive scene.
In the retelling, you've made it so that we're like basically making out, but we're not. We just
No, it was the kind of hug you wouldn't give your sister. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You give somebody, you're like, hey, you're business to the friend,
Yeah.
female,
Yeah.
probably not the bloodline.
funny. Yeah. Anyway, no, she's just a great person. But definitely, I grew up on the sibling thing for sure.
Well, thank you guys very much.
Thanks, Fred. Thanks for being here.
Kinship with you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Right over there.
So this is for Walker Ridge.
All right.
When did you ever do a live version of the rewatch?
Live version of the Rewatch podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to.
We're trying to figure that out.
We're trying to figure it out right now.
We'd like to do it at a convention. We think it'd be really fun to do.
Would you guys be into that?
One of the things we thought about doing too, we're going to spitball this to the crowd, is also watch the episode with the crowd. Like watch the episode with the group, and then review it, and then bring on the guests, and just do the whole thing. So we wouldn't pre-rewatch. We watch in real time.
Watch real time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'd be fun if it was an episode we actually haven't seen, Rich.
Which is most of them.
Which is most of them.
And throw a dart at one we haven't seen.
Like, we just saw a really good one that hasn't aired yet. We saw a really good one, the one that introduced Mark Shepard.
Yeah, really good.
Good episode.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys, if you're not watching Supernatural,
You should.
You should. It's got legs. I'll tell you, it's got legs. It's going to be around.
And if you have watched it, you should listen to the Rewatch podcast.
Should. Rob and Rich go through every episode one at a time, watching what is usually their first time through the episodes. We're now in season 5, and we have great guests, not just the actors on the show, but fantastic crew members and creative forces behind the series.
Yeah.
Including Eric Ricky, who we've had on now 3 times. So check out the podcast if you're not aware of it. Check it out. You will enjoy it like yours.
Yeah.
And now, the other good news is it's free. And now,
Right. And while you're at it, Rich and Rob have another podcast. This is Rich and Rob Shoot the Shit, and that's Kings of Comedy podcast.
where we talk about whatever the hell we want to and host it and Bob's room.
And hope for the best.
Exactly.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
And,
Hopefully we'll be gonna
back to your regularly scheduled program.
over here.
Morning.
Oh.
Hi. What's your zombie apocalypse plan?
Zombie apocalypse plan, Rich?
I'm gonna hide behind my wife.
I mean,
Because she's a machete.
she's a machete.
And she's gonna chop her way to freedom.
I like thinking that if, like in Walking Dead, you know, there's such characters. There's the woman that has like the 2 swords that she fights with. Michonne, yeah. And I'd like to think of machete like having a big ass machete. Like that's
This is a literal machete. This is
Yeah.
a metaphysical machete she's carrying in this scenario. So we'll line up right behind the machete.
Yeah, that's
leave the
good.
kids
That's a
and
good
just
plan.
follow her to the
Matt, what's your plan?
I'm going marshmallow fluff and peanut butter by the caseload. I'm gonna sit in a corner and enjoy myself and just,
Until they come get you?
yeah.
Yeah.
No reason to fight it, you know?
I'm gonna take my own life because I feel like this is gonna be easier and quicker than it's just gonna happen anyway. I'm not gonna win.
And what are you gonna do when the zombie apocalypse starts?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't understand the question. Yeah, no, I'm gonna run and hide. Because I know they're gonna get me. I know it's just a matter of time before I'm eating, and I don't want to eat my zombies, so I'm gonna do it for them. And then when I become a zombie, I'm coming to get rich.
Good luck finding a brain up here. Good brain.
Brains.
That's good, right? Thank you for your question. You?
Hi, how are you? I'm Amy.
Hello, Amy.
I just want to know if you guys have a favorite improv game.
Rob, you're a spatula.
I'm a who? I'm a spatula. That's his favorite game is Rob, you're a spatula.
Yeah.
And every game, I'm a spatula.
And Matt's an egg, and I watched them try to flip each other. And see.
That's our favorite to play. like good old-fashioned, give me a place and a relationship and go from there,
Our favorite improv game is called No But.
That's Richard's favorite. I tried to teach Rich the yes and. Yes and is rule number one of improv, and it's a great rule to have in conversation with anybody.
In life.
In life. It rather than denying them their truth, you say yes and.
No, but what you actually should do, honestly, is when they start to say something.
The thing is, that wasn't even funny because that's you. I mean, that's what you do.
Yes, and
what
you don't
do.
like it.
Oh, wow! Look at you. Yeah. So Rich likes the no but. Nah, like, hey, you're the king of England. Nah. And scene.
But you know what? It's great. It's your fault because you make it funny when I no budget.
True.
When I no budget, you're like, right? Damn it!
Yeah. It's fun. It's a fun
Are you an
thing.
improv person? Is that something you do?
I really like the party game, like party corks.
What is that?
Oh, everybody gets a quirk, and you don't know what everyone else's quirk is, and they show you're having a party. Ooh, I'm excited, and you open the door. Oh, no, you go out of the room. They give everyone quirks.
Right.
Then you come back in. It's your party. Ooh, I'm so excited. You open the door, and you come in doing your quirk, and I have to guess what it is.
Rich got fallen arches.
Sure. Exactly.
All right,
I'm like,
great party.
hey, I'm sorry about your bow legs. No, that's
No,
not.
but I can't say a party because it's not a party. We're in a spaceship.
Oh, and scene. Thank you. Yeah, it's a fun one. I like that one too. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a great one. So thank you very much for your question.
Thank you.
You're the worst.
Hi guys, I just want to say you guys like my happy jokes, so thank you for being so funny.
I go.
My question is, if they made a movie of your life, who would play you?
Oh man, Rich had a field day with me.
No, we already know who would play you. The guy who already played you in the pilot where you didn't get to play yourself.
Chris Gardner, yeah.
Chris Gardner played you.
I had this story. We tell it on the podcast. Basically, someone wrote a TV show. I was one of the main characters. I auditioned. I didn't get the role to play myself. Because Fox said I wasn't good looking enough to play myself. So they cast another guy, Chris Gardner. And Rich loves that story, so that's.
Which, by the way, I've known Rob for 15 years. I heard that story 6 months ago. I've never heard that story. I only heard that story because Hank and Paul, your old friends, told it on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story.
Yeah.
I would be played by the animated corpse of Don Knotts. Matt?
Drake Roger.
Ooh, wow. Very sexy. Wow, what a trio that would be.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a third grade teacher. My daughter's a theater teacher in Texas. And I was wondering if there was any teacher that inspired you to do what you do and love. And one more thing. Rob, I made this for you and Ruth. For your
Aw.
dog. Can I
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is sweet. I'll answer your question as you're walking. What was the question? Oh, yeah. That is so adorable. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thank you. Hey, your favorite color?
It's your dog.
It's your dog. My theater teacher in college was amazing. His name's David Downs, and he taught me just like so much about the classics, about acting, about theater, about relating to people in roles, and I think about it all the time, and I carry it with me even to this day. It's the tools that I use as an actor. He gets all the credit.
I had a teacher, specifically we're talking acting teachers. I had an acting teacher all through my high school years who didn't work at my high school. I took class outside of my high school in downtown Nashville. Her name was Ruth Sweet. And she taught everybody, Nashville was not a big acting community at the time. I'm sure it's a lot bigger now. And everybody took this woman. She was from New York, and she used Yiddish words, but she was fantastic. There were a whole team group of us who all took her class every summer. And and I took the bus downtown to the class, and I just learned a ton from her about, you could list it, the techniques, all the things, but also I just learned to love it. She just had a joy that she brought to her approach to the class, and that kind of permeated everything. And she was just so supportive. She was a great lady.
I had an acting teacher named Jeremiah Cohen. He wrote a book called The Art of Film Acting. And he was an older fella, and he was wildly passionate about directing and never got his chance to direct. And we would sit in chairs very close to each other in the acting class. It was kind of like a Meisner technique thing. So you'd sit here, and the other person would sit there, and you both have two cameras, on you over the shoulder of the other person, and there'd be a TV screen just above your head for the class to watch. And he would sit there in his chair, like opposite us, and you'd be like, you'd be in your seat, you'd really be like, trying to connect, and you'd be like, say it again, say it again, no, say it again. And he would say it again so many times you'd start crying and create a performance. So he taught me that if you suffer enough, you can get great performances out of actors. It was lovely.
And that's why you weep at every role.
And that is true. I depend on tears to sell my acting whenever possible.
What was your name in the soap opera, Doctor?
Griffin Monroe.
Dr. Griffin Monroe.
That's right.
That's the best name ever.
Dr. Griffin Monroe. And not only was I a neurosurgeon, I was also a priest and a stripper.
Aren't they all?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, this is for Robin Rich. So I love the podcast, and as first-time viewers of the Supernatural, what character or storyline has surprised you the most?
Has surprised me?
Yeah.
I'll tell you that the storyline in the early seasons, the character with Gordon and the actor was Sterling K. Brown.
Yeah. I thought he did like one episode.
Me too. I just thought he came to win, and the fact that he kept going back and was so good. Well, now we know he's a giant movie star, but I mean at the time, it was just such a good nemesis for Sam and Dean, and also the episodes he did were so well written that you couldn't just dislike him. You also felt for him. Like he played such a great character. It was just elevated television, and I didn't realize how involved his character was in the show. I thought that was a really cool and surprising storyline.
There's been a lot. I didn't realize that that Dean dies and goes to hell and then gets resurrected again, basically by Misha. Like, Rich and I have an ongoing joke. We're like, oh no, Vincent's near death. Dean's near death. End of show. But then he actually did die. Like, I could not believe that. That was at the end of season 3, I think. He dies and goes to hell. He goes to hell. He dies.
Yeah.
He actually dies. And so I didn't know there was anything. And I didn't know the complete story about that Sam had superpowers. Sam had superpowers.
Okay.
He's moving furniture and shit. He's killing demons with his arm.
Oh, sorry, we should say real quickly. Spoiler alert. We have
He may not be there yet.
Yeah,
Season
make sure.
Season 2, 3.
We're just going to talk about Supernatural. So.
Yeah. So that was all a surprise to me. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, oh fuck, he's really dead.
I guess that means the show's over. I can only assume.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I also knew, sorry, real quick, that Castiel's entrance, they thought he was a bad guy at first. I thought everybody's gonna be like, oh, he's got the wings and it's him, he's here, we love him. But it wasn't, he was like shooting him dead. They tried to shoot him, trying to kill Castiel. What was that? Crazy. Anyway, that was new to me.
That's good one.
Yeah, thanks.
Can I give you a question?
Any idea what I just said?
You said you didn't know Castiel was not a bad guy. You know was a bad guy. You thought he was a good guy. Turned out he was a bad guy.
Not really, but it was close. Some of the words were the words I said.
Hi, my name is Ashley. This is also my first convention.
Oh, congratulations.
We all have embarrassing moments in public, so what is each of your guys' most embarrassing moment in public?
I passed out while standing up for a friend at his wedding. I just kind of had a panic attack. I'm up there in front of 200 people. It was a very hot room. And in my mind, I thought, boy, the most embarrassing thing you could do right now is pass out. And I almost convinced myself. Next thing I know, I'm on the ground, I open my eyes, and I see the priest, the groom, and my buddy who's a doctor. And I was like, oh fuck, that just happened. I really just did it. And to make it worse, it was like early 2000s, and I was on the show Felicity at the time. And the woman he was marrying was a big fan of that show. So she had this program and basically had our bios. And it was like, this guy's from Hollywood, and da-da-da-da. So I kind of felt like all eyes were on me a little bit, which made it worse. Oh man, so then they sit me down next to my wife at the time, and she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just embarrassed. She's like, all right, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get back up there and you're gonna walk the woman down the aisle, because I had a partner, you know, a bridesmaid, I had to walk down the aisle. So I had to get up at the end of the wedding, walk down the aisle. Hi, yeah, just passed out, that was me. And later on that night, I was in the bathroom hiding out in a stall. I was so embarrassed. And I heard these guys come in as I'm like hiding out in the stall, and they're like, yeah, I heard you had an iron deficiency. Oh, that's a good rumor. Yeah, so funny, yeah, it wasn't drugs, it was,
You
so
should
it
have
really wasn't drugs.
been in the toilet. That's what I heard too. Did you pass out for being too handsome? Flush.
Most embarrassing story.
Rob and I were doing Comic-Con, and we're walking around, and I turned around. We're doing live from the floor stuff, and I turned around, and Rob is soaking wet, like somebody hit him with a balloon. And I go,
This is also one of my most embarrassing
yeah. And I'm like, what the
It was the same thing. I get panicky sometimes, and lots of people are around.
Well, and also, he'd been talking to you know,
I was up all night
a
drinking.
licensed IPA the night before.
With you.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, like,
For whatever reason, I'm in the middle of Comic-Con, it's 10 billion people, and we're filming live.
yeah,
And he turns around, and I'm pale, I'm like, oh
it's
fuck.
soaking wet.
I thought I was gonna pass out again.
And I thought that somebody hit him with a water balloon. And I'm like, who did that to you? And I'm talking about nobody. You're like, I don't feel well. Like, I wouldn't either. You got hit by a water balloon.
Come on, get the camera on. Let's get the camera on this, guys. We're live. Look at this. And I'm like, no, Rich, no. Pale, wet. They had to change my t-shirt.
I got another one now. Most embarrassing story. Rob and I are at a party at Comic-Con. Rob gets super bummed about something. He'd been working on his alphabet, working on the letters IPA. For a good chunk of the evening. And he got really upset and stormed off and left the party. And I was there at the party, and I'm like, what happened? And so I had to go look for the bouncer. I looked around like, Rob, he's like, looking for a little fella, kind of bummed out. I'm like, yeah. So he just took off that way. I'm like, whoa. So I called him, and he's like, I'm fucked up, Rich. I'm lost. I'm like, where are you? I don't know. I'm lost, Rich. I'm like, well, all right, okay. Hail the cab. How do I hail the cab, Rich? What do I do? Like, raise your arm. It's up. Is there a cab coming by? No. Well, it's going to take a second. You got to wait for a cab to come by. Cab comes by. Can't stop. What now? Get in the cab. And then I give him the address of where we are. And I said, come back here, and I'm going to get you to the hotel. We're going to call it that. We're done. We're going to get you to the hotel. All right. I give Rob the address. He tells the cab driver. The cab driver brings him to the party. Back where I was. He gets out. Fucked up, bitch. You got lost. I look like you're here now. We just need to get you back to the hotel. I just said, out of curiosity, asked the cab driver, where did you pick him up? Where did you find him? And when he told me, I realized he picked him up in front of our hotel. Rather than
I didn't realize I was home.
So we got back to that cab and just went back.
The next morning, I remember finding the ticket for the cab in my pocket. I'm like, we took a cab last night? I completely forgot the whole thing. Good times.
Matt, any embarrassing stories about Rob?
No, I look forward to telling one in the future, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Yeah.